Hey kids, Dad here. It is Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026, 11:59 a.m. And I'm in the midst of work, but thought I'd take a little break. Thought I'd talk a little bit today about, I'm not quite sure what to call the topic. I don't know, we'll figure that part out later. So anyhow, this morning, my men's meeting, the topic was prison, kind of the walls that we build around ourselves. And we build these walls to try and protect ourselves, keep ourselves safe emotionally. But before you know it, you build those walls so high and so thick that you're in your own prison. 6-inch space between your ears becomes your prison. You don't have to be in a real jail to live in that prison, to be trapped, to be screaming out for freedom. And it got me thinking about a time that actually popped up in my Google Photos, ironically. My memories today popped up. It was October 30th, 2024. October 30th, 2024, about almost a year and a half ago, a year and 4 months ago. I was living in Eagan in that apartment, and I was routinely having anxiety attacks, panic attacks, where I would start thinking about you guys, thinking about the whole divorce situation, thinking about the future. What am I going to do? How am I going to do it? And I would get these really, really bad anxiety attacks where I would be, I'd try and do some exercises that my therapist and the VA had taught me to stop, take a breath, observe, proceed. There's a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 exercise. What are 5 things you can see? What are 4 things you can hear? 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. I don't remember the exact order, but sort through your senses and all these different little exercises I had. And occasionally, once in a while, the anxiety attacks would be so bad those exercises wouldn't work, or I wouldn't catch it early enough. And on October 30th, 2024, I found myself curled up in a closet. I kind of barricaded myself into a closet in that apartment, and I spent a couple hours just bawling and hyperventilating. And thanks to some friends who kind of came and helped me out, I was able to to get through that day. And it ended up being 7 weeks later, that I found this morning support group, and it hasn't happened to me since then. So I was thinking this morning about that. That was my prison. That was the prison I was in, of anxiety and stress. And that prison was, I barricaded myself in a closet. It was physical, literal, and it was mental. And how through talking with other men every morning about real things, our feelings, our thoughts, how much that helped. I haven't had an anxiety attack like that since. Now, if I start feeling stressed, like today I was thinking about that, and I was going back to that moment in time in my head when I saw that picture, all the pain in that picture. The picture was a bunch of little notes I'd written to myself while I was in that closet. Just things like breathe, like it's okay to not be okay. I love you. I miss you. Things like that. And seeing those pictures took me back to that moment, that place, that really, really dark, bad day. But the difference is now, even though that picture popped up and kind of hit me by surprise, that reading this morning at the men's support group kind of brought me back to that place. I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't prepared for it. I was able to just pause, just take a deep breath and just say, okay, Ryan, why am I suddenly feeling so agitated right now? I know why. It's because I'm thinking about that day. I'm remembering those feelings. And I feel really sad for that guy, that 43-year-old guy who was a bona fide hula hula badass, breaking down in that closet and just crying for hours and hours, unable to even breathe. And all the people that came over that it took to get me to come out of that closet and start to feel a little better. Man, I just felt bad for that guy. And then I was able to share this with a couple of friends and just show them, wow, look at that. October 2024. Amazing. And they all said, wow, what a journey, man. What a difference. You're not even that person anymore. Some of them didn't even recognize the guy who scribbled all those things. Would have been hiding in a closet for a half a day. And then, the other thing I did, I want to say, after talking to a couple people this morning, I went out to the barn here. I hit that rowing machine. I did 400 reps. That's 50 more than the most I'd done before. The most reps I did on that thing before was 350. I hit 400 rowing reps. I was just growling through the pain. My shoulders, my back, they're going to be feeling it. Probably by the time I see you guys tonight at 6 o'clock at Michael's office. Dad might be a little bit stiff and sore in the shoulders and back. But it's because I did the exercise thing. And now I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy. I look in the mirror, and I don't recognize that guy who was hiding in the closet, terrified of the world, sad, lost, confused, alone. I know that I've got an army of people in my corner now who love me. They love you guys. Most of them haven't even met you. And I know that I get to see you tonight, give you guys hugs. And I know I've got God giving me some next level body armor. That I don't have to be in that closet anymore because I'm never alone. So I don't know what the topic for this one is. Maybe just how to deal with stress. I don't know. But I love you kids. I thought this one was worth sharing. A little bit of vulnerability. Maybe you can take something away from it. Apply it to your own situation years from now. Love you guys so much. We'll talk soon.